All right, it is 6:31. We'll be calling this meeting to order. The meeting for Perry Township Board on August 14th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. At this time, as we start the meeting, we'll stand and have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, we lead
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First on the agenda today, or second, I guess I should say, is we'd like to have a meeting of the previous meeting minutes.
July the 10th, 2025 meeting. Randy Kirkpatrick called the meeting to order at 6:31. In attendance was the township trustee, the board president, the secretary, and the members. The reading of the minutes of the May 13th meeting were read, approved, and signed on motion by Pearson and a second by Kirkpatrick. Motion carried unanimously. A bank statement review. May and June Campbell and Federal bank statements were reviewed, discussed, and approved on a motion by Simmons and a second by Peterson. Motion carried unanimously. The 2026 budget review was reviewed, discussed, and accepted on a motion by Simmons and a second by Peterson. Motion carried unanimously. A public hearing for the adoption of the 26 budget will be scheduled. New business, we discussed House Bill 1461 and Senate Bill 1, Senate Bill 2. The dollar amount of loss to Perry Township with the elimination of the LIT property tax, which is the local income tax credit, will amount to $66,814.22 to the township. The township website's up and running. The address is perrytownshipnoble.com. Meeting adjournment. Oh, excuse me. Meeting adjournment does not go with the website address. The meeting was adjourned at 7:30 on a motion by Peterson and a second by Kirkpatrick. Motion carried unanimously. Are there any questions?
Any discussion from any of the members? Okay, motion. A motion has been made on the floor to accept the minutes as read. I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay. Let the record show, the motion carried unanimous. Are we to sign this one and one above?
I started this one, so
Okay.
everyone signs.
All right. You know, I was ready with the big one.
I'm not the right one this time.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hold it later. Yeah. No.
I just picked one up on the counters. And and then the pink. Our bookkeeper bought bunch of pens, and they were supposed to do that. All right, is everyone signed?
No.
Okay. Okay, next on the agenda, item 3, review receipts, expenditures, July bank statement.
Okay, if you look at the front here, you're gonna see miscellaneous credit and debit. What happened was I did, pay the quarterly, payroll taxes, and I meant to pay the monthly ones, and I paid it with the quarterly numbers.
Yeah.
So what, of course, you couldn't get a hold of anybody, so when I got on the internet, it told me to stop payment on those because they had went through. So I did that, so that's why you're gonna see amended in the $35 charge, in which
Did
I
they
paid
actually charge
personally. Well, the bank didn't, but, they did, yeah, and there may be another one, I haven't received anything from the state yet. So, those I paid personally, and I'm sorry for the mistake.
No,
Yes, it's taken care of, it was my mistake. So the problem is, I'm not sure where to put that, so I'm gonna have to ask, because I've never done that before. So I'll find out.
what would have happened if you're not taking it back, just that keep it? Would they automatically roll it the next 2 months?
So, well, I think we would have had to do, well, I still had to do amended for
Okay.
both. But I think what would have happened is they would probably have sent us a check back, but it could take months and months. So I didn't want to have to deal with that. When it said you could do that, that's what I chose to do really quick. before it went through.
And why do we do monthly versus?
And we're supposed to have to.
That's the gotcha.
Yes, gotcha.
Just wanna make
What's the dollar amount that you ended up paying?
Just $35. It might be another, but I haven't seen it yet from the Indiana bar, just from the federal, so we'll see. I will see. Okay, so if you wanna look at the expenditures, and I think page 8, and you'll see numbers for a lot of.
Okay,
Go ahead, Rick.
Top right.
How many years?
I don't know,
Okay.
right in the corner, I just numbered
Okay.
them.
Yeah, thank you.
Puts us all on the same page at the same time.
Hmm.
It puts us all on the same page at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so if you wanna look through, if you see the fly guide drone, that is $92 a year, and that is for our website to have that. And they're the ones that set it up for us. And there you'll see the $30 fee. And then the rest of them, Gary, Township, Doug, that 1,500 is part of his money for
Oh,
the first half of the mowing. And we cannot pay a lump sum, so we have to pay in half
Never pay in advance,
and half.
right?
Right. So if you have any other questions,
I don't with regards to transactions here. How is the website doing since we're looking at it here? This is the market.
yeah,
Everybody,
Seems fine.
has anybody else gotten on or looked at it, which are where, do we have that capability?
yes. All you have to do is pull up that web address and you could go on. They did do the changes on the one picture that we had talked about, and having that, but other than that, it
I
seems.
went home from here and tried to do that.
I did too.
Did you get anything?
No.
Yeah.
It should be Perry Township Noble.
I was thinking, that's what I
.com.
did, but
You can tell if there was no message.
Now, is the P a capital or lowercase?
I always do lowercase.
Yeah.
Lowercase.
I looked at how, I had it written, I had it written.
I didn't know
capital
whether
P
that made a difference or
It
not.
does.
Okay,
In some cases,
so that's probably it.
I've been using lower.
yes, and I use that, so.
Well, we
I
can
did
try
not
it
put it in.
afterwards.
Either
I
way
can
works.
pull it up. I didn't bring my phone up, but
Yeah, we noticed.
yes.
We were worried.
I was worried about you guys. So are the words. We'll take a
okay,
look at that, but I'm able to pull it up and check it and we can, I can.
and
go
it
through
was on that night, so I haven't tried it since. 'cause
Okay.
I hadn't thought. Okay. Anyone have any questions on page 8?
Okay, that's pretty much the in and out for the one.
Are we saying okay? Okay. Any other questions at all on page 8? All right, then, what I'll do is I'll ask for a motion to approve. Is there a
I make a
motion?
motion that we approve the, July Campbell Federal Case Register here.
Okay,
GS.
is there a second?
I'll second.
Gary, okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Let the record show, vote was unanimous. Okay.
Okay, we actually reviewed, oh, did you want to announce your phone call? Not to push you or anything.
I was just looking to make sure everybody was there. Not to push me. No, right? All right, we'll move forward on to the next agenda. Item number 4, review budget for 2026. Are we starting with A?
Yes,
Budget hearing, budget public hearing, August 26th, 25.
well, we actually reviewed the budget the last meeting, but, I couldn't remember whether I told you it changed, if the insurance was gonna be more.
You said there were going to be some changes.
Okay, and so like the insurance on that, I think we had an 8,000, it's gonna be 10,000 now. And then,
In 1 year exchange. That 1 year.
yeah. And then, let me find that here, I'll be able to tell you a little better.
Do I have yours?
I think it's okay. Alright, okay, okay, so I wanted to check that to make sure. I did. This is after talking to the DLGF, what we came up with. Okay, so it was the bond, if we get a deputy clerk, then our bond needed to go up. Did you get it?
I don't see it going.
Okay, that's, should be a bigger one, it should be,
What page is it?
maybe I was just gonna tell you guys. Okay, so basically there was 2 changes. I thought there was gonna be a lot more, and it had to do with the CIP, but that actually isn't going into effect till the end of next year. So we don't have to worry about it. So the 2 changes was the bond, $650, and then the insurance, 10,000. The rest of it should be the same.
The insurance annual, right?
Right. And, you know, that's separate for,
Bonds were going to.
okay, they're 650, they were 350, so
Alright,
they're going to
you got-
650. That shows the change.
And you got your insurance already in.
10, okay, I couldn't remember whether we talked after or with the insurance, so that was the 2 main things.
Yeah.
When I called you and thought there was gonna be a lot, I thought we had to actually put in everything for 26, but we don't, because a lot of we're gonna adopt, if you wanna go to A, we're gonna adopt the budget August 26, 2025 at 6:30. And then along with that, we're gonna do the CIP resolution adoption on August 26th as well. That way we can pull them both on the same meeting
Mhm.
technically.
Okay.
And then the adoption is going to be, looks like I put it up.
Yeah,
It's gonna be September 9th, 2025.
and that's adoption also.
That's
You said-
adoption,
yeah.
yes. And my understanding with the CIP, I'm gonna read that again, that we can do the resolution and the adoption on the same day. The adoption is only a vote from you guys, approving it. That was the way the DLGF explained that.
Right.
So, if that's not the case, then we still have September 9th. But I think we can do it all on the 26th.
What would be the stumbling blocks for getting it done on 26?
There's not really any other than you guys should take a look at the CIP. I gave you a copy of it. That's this right here.
What's that?
It's like this. So that's it. So if you take a look, this is telling you what we need to do, the first page. The second page, at this point in time, this is what I just came up with by conversations I've had with each of you. And, so our rainy day, our adjusted balance, 26,000, well, go to the second page, that'll help. Okay, our actual budget, or guesstimate, what we had to do is estimate what our cash balance is gonna be as of December 2026. Well, I don't know for sure, so we just use what we have now, and knowing that we're gonna spend, we could spend up to 10,000 in budget wise. So we did the 52,456. And then, the 25,500, I went ahead and put that in, and that's actually for fire. And so right here, you should see fire department.
And this one?
And this.
Okay.
Somebody was missing. I was in a hurry today, I had people.
That's all right.
So, this was I asked them what their needs were, and because we talked about the capital improvement plan, and these are what they gave me. And the first one is the grass buggy. And that one, just an estimate right now, 250,000 to replace that. That is a 1988. So just so you know how old
Ours
that is.
is the
88, yeah. So, that's our oldest one. They don't use it a whole lot, but, when it comes down to it, the next 2 or 3 years, it's something whoever is the trustee may want to think about, how to use some of that funding for that. And, by then, we should have money, well, actually, we do now for it. So we're okay there. These are other items in that 25,500 out of, rainy day. That was these items below that I marked that they're wanting. So, and, the second page, I haven't done anything with it. That's things they feel they need maybe a little sooner. So
The second thing.
the second page.
Oh, we didn't make it right.
That's okay. So, what was my understanding on that? So I told Jeremy I would bring it up and show it to you guys. So with having to use some of the money that we are over in, according to the CIP figures, that's what I thought we could maybe apply to that. There's other things that I know we've talked about, cemetery. And I thought general fund, since we have the cemetery in there, that if you look at the third page, and we show an estimate of 570,000 by the end of 2026. That's the top number. And then the second one, what we're saying is committed right now, to be able to use some of that funding, would be the 50,000 that we talked about giving to the park for their, if you want to see like all of it together,
Yeah.
the 75, look at the last page. The next page, yeah. So the park department, 50,000, and then the Salem Cemetery, 25,000, and those are both general. The rainy day is the 25,500.
And so the Shrub Cemetery is not part of that.
No, I didn't know any repairs we
I
really
don't
needed to
know.
do for,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I was asking.
And I just threw that 25,000 out there. I mean, it can be more or less. It's just to get this started, we had to come up. So those are all I put for 2027. Each year, we have to redo this and make changes to it. But with that, if you take a look, just those little bit of expenditures, we still would have to, once they give us the number for that CIP, the capital improvement fund, we are still supposed to give 156,587 to them. So we did have a conversation with the county about the buggy plates and about this, and there is another meeting going to be held with the state. So there could be changes in this, but at this point in time, if we follow what they tell us to do, we have to do the resolution, have this done, part of it, and then we'll see what happens in their next state meeting.
State.
State, yeah. So, but the county, when Donna and I both spoke to them, we, she had brought things up. It was actually a meeting for her, but I went to be there as well. And then they invited me to the table with them. And so we had a lot of questions about this and about Perry Township money staying in Perry Township and being used. And the guy from the street or the roads and infrastructure was there, and he had said that nothing's like in stone right at this point in time, but yet for the township, they pretty much put it 30%. So the other thing was the buggy plates, and they are raising those to 250. So for next year, which you should have got a copy of that letter too. They are going to also take a look at, Donna brought up that, like, I've been in it 20 years, never got a raise for it. So she felt like it's going up 150%. Then with our original agreement, it stated at the time it goes up, they're supposed to look at our value to it. So that wasn't done, so they are looking to do an amendment to that sometime this year and come up with a dollar amount.
150%.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think, but.
And I was gonna bring that up today, if you got it. And you answered it before I got to you.
Oh, okay, all right, so those two came out of that meeting over there. I thought it was a good meeting. And it is very expensive to fix roads. So,
I checked on the Parks Department, and they need to mine the 27 here.
that's why I changed that. I had it in 28, but then when I looked at the letter from them, which is your second letter here, Ligonier Parks. You should have got a copy of that as well. And I seen where they were needing it for 27, the project completed in 27. So at this point in time, those are the only items we have for the capital expenditures.
Is there, do you think, like, I brought up, Ruth Stoltz in the lighthouse
Yes,
down here, those two, things. Is something like that got a chance that we could help them out any, or?
I don't know, that's something I am looking into, because it is a business and they're getting paid to do that, so. I'm not really sure, I have to look at that and maybe get with our lawyer as well. They're getting paid.
Well.
But Perry Township leaders are getting paid to do a job, so I mean, I don't know where,
Well, yeah, I'd also suggested the 4-H. But would we just be funding the leaders, or I was thinking getting it to the,
members
yeah,
below, or what is the age limit now on 4-H? There is a limit.
I think it's 18. and
Is it 18?
Yeah, I mean, I think a senior year
Yeah,
would be better less.
The Republican Party, when I did it, and I don't know if they still do, we give so much money for the auctions. And support all sponsored and bought certain pieces and then donated it back. But we paid the, then sent money, given money to 4-H for that winter.
So that's one thing I have to look into, and I will talk with the lawyer possibly about that as well, because I have called the State Board of Accounts about things, and they pretty much said that we need to talk to a lawyer about some of the things that we wanna do. So, and these two being one, and what was the third one? The Presbyterian.
yeah, the Presbyterian Lighthouse, which is the same thing as Ruth Stoltz.
Right, so I'll try to find out if there's something before our next meeting.
And Kenny, the lighthouse, the function of it, how does anybody? work
I
with that?
have no idea of the lighthouse. Ruth Stoltz, I know.
How does that function?
Well,
As far as if you, do they give donations back out to somebody else?
Usually I think it takes what they get to run the
Oh,
facility.
yeah.
Just to run?
yeah, they run in the
And so,
deficit all the time.
so, yeah, so you would think the lighthouse might be similar.
It is, and I know they're
I
struggling as
thought it
well.
was, but I don't know for sure.
So,
But, okay, then in their functions, because I'm not familiar with the operations. What is their fees? What is their?
I'm not sure on, do you know, for, at least for results?
No. I don't. A question like that, I can't answer.
You know,
Just get the kids ready for school. We got some good teachers, I know, at Ruth Stoltz.
Yeah, in our church.
Yeah.
At the church, yeah. Preschool.
Yeah, it's a preschool. Well, no, it's one of the
They
big
break them up
schools.
into age, and they,
I don't know what they pay. I do not know what Ruth Stoltz sets their prices. They just rent space from us.
Yeah.
They set all their prices and stuff, and
Are they both nonprofit?
I would
Yes,
think
they
so,
are.
I would think
I
so.
would think so.
Those are all things you know.
Right,
Yes,
yeah, I'm sure Ruth, I know Ruth Stoltz says, I don't know, I'm assuming Lighthouse is the same. But, that's the other thing, you know, if we start using the lawyer more, then, he's expensive.
And where are we gonna put that?
Where are we gonna put that money? So anyways, we've done a good job not raising taxes for 20 years, so.
Are we all gonna be out at election time before the tax cut?
I don't know, I know I So I don't know about you guys. Okay, so basically I can get with him and have a little chat and see. Well, actually, I'll talk to Ruth Stoltz and to Lighthouse, because I know people that work there, or their board, Jane and Ellie's.
Jane or Doris, Jane would be the best.
So I can get with her, and I know the girl that just took over the Lighthouse, and I can have a conversation with her as well.
Okay. Is there more information we're also waiting on with regards to all the changes that are gonna happen within 26?
Yeah, well, I think some of it depends on that next meeting they're supposed to have and what
Yeah.
happens at the state level.
Okay.
But right now, this is what they've set with the 30% of, anything over our budget for next year.
And to help me understand that, when you, for the 30%, and you asked, you raised the question, but now, do we get 100% of our money back to the township? To be used in the township, right?
Well,
that what
it's
it
for
was?
road and infrastructure.
but-
So we're saying to the county, if we're giving you, $50,000, we'd like to see that in the township.
Right,
And there's actually, and I'll look it up again, but on the website, I seen where it said that we can tell them we want it to be used in Perry Township.
if we can, that's good.
Right, and, the thing with that, they kind of went over the numbers and the things like, also, I had brought up, because there was a few families, Amish families that brought up the fact of the dirt roads. And I didn't know whether there had to be so many houses on those roads to be able to be paved. Now is they can petition it, and depending on how bad it is and, when they can get to it and have the funding for it, they can at least get it on the schedule. Now, it could be 5-10 years down the road if there's another area that needs it more than that, but they are willing to pave the gravel roads. So, but the Amish families would have to, because 2 roads that I know, and one is pretty much Amish families, so they would have to petition to have that. The other one is not, so there's now, let's see, probably 6 houses on the other one, and they would like to see it. There's one person that's not sure they want to because they don't want it to be a racetrack. So, but anyways, I'm just gonna let them know what their next step is, and then it's up to them to do that.
Okay.
For the county.
The new improved river road along there for the
The one that got the straight down there.
And they did bring that up.
Moves the barricades for themselves, so they
Yeah.
have been using that. And already there is some tracks right through that.
Yeah, the asphalt's not right.
No, there's all those horse tracks right through.
They did bring that up. Okay, so basically, we just went through the rest of the items that we had. I guess,
So you completed, number 4. No motions are required at this time. We've gone through all the phases, number 5.
number 5 was the
We've gone through
letters,
part of that,
and
yeah.
you went, and I just wanted to give you guys a copy of each of those letters.
I was gonna say, I know we went through it, I just didn't know if we had.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, at this time, then we'll move on to item 6, which is old business. Is there any discussion for old business that we should be looking at? Gary?
I know.
Any?
No.
Okay, or,
I think we're a little remiss here, I have to. Mark said something to me about the Salem Cemetery and different fence. And
Well, or to repair the fence. I know
she
that,
said something.
I know
Okay.
that there is a person that prefers it to stay that way, but
Yeah,
if you look at the northeast corner, that needs something done with it. I mean, it's.
It cannot be matched.
Oh, I
We
know,
don't
no,
know, you could,
yeah,
But the other concern I have with it is the front, which, leads to, 5 there. It is not, I mean, there's nothing protecting those stones and they're really close to the road. And I don't know whether there was a fence there at one time, but, there's not now.
there was a fence there and a gate they had to open.
I think it came, oh yeah, on road 5.
Yeah, there used to be something that.
So there's really nothing there to protect those, even though if a car comes through, either way, they're so close to the road, they're gonna get that.
And that just, putting the fence in there since I voted one time.
Yeah.
That's just something else that trim and mess,
No,
but
it's been good for 50 years. Okay. We took a drive after we fixed the Rehoboth cemetery for the family, for my mom and dad. She's been gone now 3 months. And the clay that they used to fill it back in is still hooked up. Wasn't cleaned up. So we complained to the trustee Jefferson. And so he sent a guy out there and they leveled it off. Didn't put any topsoil on it, threw some grass seed on it, left. Well, there were still holes all the way around the outside and everything else, so I called the trustee again. And he says, well, he opened and closed the grave, that's his responsibility, not the trustee. They said, is it yours to maintain? He closed it. Is it yours to maintain? He says, if we do, we will. Okay, I will tell you what happens at Spark. I said, Spark takes care of everything there. I said, and when just a week after the burial, it is flush to the ground. Then they filled in for 2 inches topsoil, and then they sprinkled grass. And they're like, why aren't you doing the same? And he has no Spark, there are no fences.
Right.
no,
Albion, there's no fences anymore.
but
Rehoboth, there's fences. They don't take care of it.
that's also requires somebody to do all this.
Exactly, that's what I was
I
getting at.
mean, if you're just signed up to mow with it, then,
It is.
yeah.
No,
Well, and
I
there's
agree with
trees.
everything you're saying, I'm just saying, fix the gravesite so the family can at least be around it, yeah. But now, we went out, we bought a load of dirt, black, topsoil. We fixed that one. We fixed one next to it and one on the other side of it. It's all flush, it's all painted with grass, and there are no holes. Leaving holes in a gravesite is crazy. But yeah, I understand that, and I understand no one's gonna have that money as trustees being responsible. So I don't know how we, does the federal, state, or county have accommodations for something of any kind that we may not be aware of? I know you mentioned to me that, well, aren't the owners?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, aren't the owners of the memorials responsible for maintenance?
Well,
Because technically, and that's the same way with Salem, there's a lot of tombstones that have broke off.
oh,
So, I mean, whose responsibility is that?
well, that one, you can look right down there. The holes.
And some of those are old enough. Are there any living family members here? You know, that's another issue too. There may not be, or
You
living
go
in
to
here.
somebody that some of those people been up there 150 or 200 years ago, say, what else do you want?
Yeah.
And I could almost not blame them.
Oh, I'm the same one. Somebody, you read the paper, I don't know what you call it, you told someone, another family or something, they'll pay it for themselves. You go in and restore. But they don't get paid for it, you do it. Yeah, well, Albion just had, or was it Albion or Kendall? Just had a group. You go into one of the cemeteries and they took brushes and stuff like that, and they just cleaned off all the stuff.
And technically, if you sit in on the meetings at the state level, they're not allowed to do that.
Is that
It
right?
has to be somebody professional that knows how to do it. And they had last year when I went to the state meeting that they had a gentleman, and that's what he did. He cleaned the tombstones, and there was tons of people going up to him afterwards and wedding. And some of the townships pay to have him do that. And he did. I mean, he showed pictures what it was before and now, and did a very good job. But he takes pride in it. So I don't know. I mean, you would have to have funding to do that, and
Yes,
it's very expensive, and it
That's
takes
why
them quite a while
my
to.
whole questions were all leading up to what is available from the state, county, and township, nothing from the town. I don't know. I don't know. what to
I
say.
would question if any of them had anything.
I mean, if we took over the township, we could, put it in for money to go toward that. It's just, I know it's quite a bit of money to repair them.
And I
if
don't
you
know
talk
that
to the
it's any
cemetery-
one of our responsibilities. I just know that we are now with Hero. If something happens to them, we are responsible. And we don't have any accommodations.
And
That's where I was
they do have that every year, a cemetery meeting at the conference that we go to. And I've been in there before, and it's a lot of good information. And they pretty much, when they present it, it's the township responsibility. But
Are
I know legally, we'd have to check with them.
Are you thinking, Randy, a line item with the balance that we maintain for some?
Yeah, for the newer budgets.
Well, and that's what you could put into your capital
Right.
spend, capital plan, that you plan it in 2 or 5 years or whatever,
But you have
Do
to
you-
spend that, which is.
you have to spend.
But
It,
can't your mowing
it
be
can
a part of
change.
that?
What's that,
Can't the mowing be a part of that?
in the capital?
No, where you have something set aside for
That's a good thought.
the cemeteries. And maintenance of the cemeteries, could be like anyone that's mowing, pay it out.
Well, that's what I don't know about the capital plan, but we do, we have a line item in our general for that,
Yeah.
But
so.
If
I-
we increase that, isn't that what we can do?
Oh, yeah, you could increase that line item, yeah, definitely.
Do it at the limit of the mowing to increase?
No, you just, it'll be up to you whether you wanna raise taxes or not,
No, I
so,
don't, that's what I'm
okay.
getting at.
Then there's probably a limit.
But I think everybody here has already talked with us. We haven't done it, we don't wanna do it, we will fight doing it. But the way they're handling us now, by the state. And the county, there's probably gonna be no choice to take that over back. And then once all that's taken care of, then they're gonna take it. That's my.
Well, there are townships that are consolidating. And
Which ones
I
here?
don't know of any around here, south and I think some around Lake.
And are those that are around the larger city and the outers?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen in going to the meeting down there. The smaller ones, some of them. And then there's other ones that are fighting, saying they're gonna stay as long as they can.
This 30% is every year.
Yeah, you redo it
No
every,
matter how much money we got, we got 30%.
over the
Over
the 2026 or 27 budget, 1 year budget, so whatever's above
so
that
if we lower the
amount,
budget, lower the tax.
that's more that you have to give to them.
Yeah.
So,
That's why she keeps saying, where we gonna put our money?
Well, can we, we're thinking of some expenditures here for the 26-27 season.
well, it's actually more for the 27-28 because they're taking a look at the end of the 26. So, yeah, so like this budget, we would have to budget for any major expenses in 26.
But we,
So we're really looking
a
at,
year from now, we can put something in for the year after.
and you can, like they told me, you can take that out as far as you want, but every year you have to do the capital improvement plan. So is what it is. And you may want, I mean, that's kind of a good thing, if there's something that changed and you wanna add to it, you just have to remember, the money you're gonna spend, you, figure that out in August, July and August, and it's for the next year, so you need to know what your capital expenditures are gonna be, that, so you make sure you put it in your budget to spend that. Because you don't wanna have to do additional appropriations if you don't have to. You wanna plan ahead, so there wasn't anything pressing for 26, so I went ahead and knowing that there's another meeting coming up, I put them for 27. I don't think I have anything in 28 yet, so.
Okay.
Do they have any criteria that, these will not, we won't honor certain things or?
That's where they said we need to get with our lawyer. So he understands,
But
I mean, the 36-6 dash, let me say
A
6.
lawyer, you go in cold to it, he's not gonna, what's happening?
Oh, if he's involved with his community and the courthouse and all that, which they are, right? They know what's going on with the laws coming from the UN.
It's just some of them will say, hey, I have to read more on that
Yeah,
and
well,
get more.
I understand that.
So he would be able to tell us, all right, our questions with regards to the seven areas.
Right,
He would then be able to answer those out. Other things that we're talking about, such as White House, and all those things. The nonprofit, being this, being that,
Yeah.
what are our criteria that we do that? We've never had that.
right, yeah. So, we do have ads. It's the first day. So, we can get with them. Now, as for, I think we only have budget wise for that, I wanna say 700 for professional expenses. So I would say, if it comes about, because that's gonna be
Yeah.
the.
And that's gone.
That's gone. So there are other places that for next year that we could, take it, line item and, as long as line item in the general fund. But, that's something that we're probably gonna have to, through the next couple of years, utilize him more and, have a higher amount for the professional fees.
I think this is what they're wanting to see. And I don't see anything wrong with that, someone for the attorney. Is that a retainer or is that just everything we got?
Well, he told us a retainer, but yet, we haven't been charged anything for it, so I think I need to talk to him a little
That's
bit more.
because we have.
He just- We haven't used it, yeah. Well, and I went over there when I spoke to him and I never received a call, so I'm thinking once we start using them.
But did you mention what a retainer would come be?
At that time, I mean, it's been a year since I spoke to him, but I wanna say it was 300 or 350 an hour. So, don't hold me to
But
that.
Is that if we go to his office or he comes here?
I don't know, yeah,
No monthly,
no monthly,
it's just per,
per, even, yeah,
okay.
whatever needs to be done. It's an hourly rate, because we really didn't need it at the, until, I'd say next year, you're gonna need it, for sure.
Well, I think we all ought to be thinking about 2 years from now. And what is next?
And the end of next year,
Is it?
is it 20?
Have we ever been in here almost 2 years? Yeah, 2.
The rest, a year and a half, the rest of this year and next year.
Yeah, okay.
So you'll run next year for January of 27.
As
We're
long as we're all.
done in the 26th.
Right, that's what she was just saying. I don't know why I was thinking it was, we were only in our second year. We're in.
We're in,
You're going to have fun times.
I know. All I want to say is within now, and we absolutely have to do all of this, we ought to have a plan on how much we're going to want to put and what to do first.
right, and, well, the thing is, the state hasn't even, or the DLGF hasn't even gave a number that we could put in for the capital.
No.
So we have to wait on that. They did come up with this, which is awesome. I mean, they did a good job of breaking this down for us, and we didn't have to come up with it ourselves, and it made it easier.
So
Because they don't know how much money they want.
So, anyways, I do have one more thing before we close.
These figures we put in might not even work.
Is this old business?
Technically,
Or is this new business?
well, I think it's new business, I guess.
Okay, we'll close out the old business. Is there any new business for item 7?
There is.
Okay.
Denny's Pump does the pump test on the fire trucks. That makes sense. Denny's, I'm sorry, I said Denny's. And, we had a packing kit repair that needs to be done, and removal, installation, and adjustment for the pump packing is gonna be $1,312.65. This is the estimate.
Is this on the new truck?
This is on 24.
Yeah.
I think,
the new
yeah.
one.
Engine 24.
That one
So
doesn't stack.
So it was-
Drive that one.
it was
Yeah,
leaking.
Yeah.
Bricks.
They attempted to adjust it without success, so therefore they're saying that it needs to be repaired.
So how long have you had the truck? A year?
Oh,
Oh, no.
Longer than
Three,
3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Oh.
You're working my brain. I think at least 3, so. Anyways,
I would.
so that's over 1,000,
How
so
many
that's
gallons
why
is
I
it?
decided to bring it to.
Do they keep track of how many gallons they want?
Yeah, they give you a report at the end of the year. I don't know about the gallons, but they tell you how many runs and
Both
different.
of them are wrecked.
Yeah, it is a big part of it.
So how much is it used on?
One six. No,
So I don't know whether you wanna make a motion to go ahead and have those
I don't think we
repaired,
have-
because,
Anything but.
yeah, we want our fire trucks working, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, any further discussion on the pump repair?
That's just an estimate, could be a lot more.
Well, we hope that's a true estimate. They're saying
Where's this guy at?
1,000 in Syracuse.
How close does he think his estimate is?
Well, I don't know. I hope it's real close. I hope that's
Some
what
people
it's
give
gonna
me an
do.
estimate, like the dentist, and it's more.
Yeah. These are even
Well,
as
you know-
much as John Deere figures is.
You know,
not
and
as
you
you
can,
think. It's just unbelievable, the figures that throw out.
Well, you tear into something, you don't know what you're gonna run into, so, I mean, you guys know
That's
that.
what they did.
That's what my husband says when he repaired his tractor 3 times.
All right,
Anyways, somebody
So,
wanna make a motion.
are we going to want a motion to accept the bid with a limitation?
It was an estimate,
Okay,
estimate.
all right, even change that word bid to estimate. Or accept the estimate as written and not to exceed, or do we say exceed within a certain amount of time, or?
Boy, when you're doing work like that, he gets it all apart, he's got $200 more time in it. What are we gonna do if we said, add that price?
You can't. No. I'm gonna be my due diligence is what I do.
You grit your teeth, I think.
We just have to approve it. Accept it.
That he's gonna,
Accept the estimate, if
Estimate,
there's
yeah.
anything up,
Yeah,
yes,
accept
and
it.
then if there's anything else, they'll bring it to us.
All right, do we have a motion to accept that in good faith?
I'll make a motion to accept that.
I'll second.
Let the record show that Gary submitted the motion. And Kenny Simmons created the second. We'll open the floor for further discussion. Any discussion? No? All right. Motion's made. All approved? Aye.
I,
Nay? Let the record shows unanimous.
Something like that.
You were talking about that part thing, or you did?
We did.
We didn't.
Well, we had
no, it didn't.
individually, we had said, the 50,000 is what we were gonna put in the capital
Yeah.
expenditures. But
I left mine.
I
It's,
I don't know how we can put that much money in this. How do they know? You know, if they have a heated bathroom out there, they're gonna have somebody on duty all the time. Or they're gonna rip it apart.
it's gonna be a locked
It'll
deal.
be a locked deal. I don't care if these people are walking back and forth. They're not gonna get in, so they open it.
Yeah,
well, I would imagine when they're open, they'll have them open and then at
Somebody
night
has
they'll
to be
have them
there.
unlock it. Well, I mean, the park unlocks it every day when people are walking.
You might
So
get
they're
a
all-
swimming part.
But there's repairs to the roof and to the bathrooms that need to be done. The roof of the bathrooms.
You know what a mess out there, they're gonna go park. There's a bathroom at the park over here?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
they're out there across from the wall diamonds.
Yeah, I know they are, yeah.
So there's probably some push to put in
I've
the
seen,
amount
since
that
I
need
looked
to
there,
be.
since I looked there every morning, I've seen what those guys have to do
Oh,
to. It's just terrible
really?
how they're treated.
Oh, yeah.
So this is just, what we came up with.
Mhm.
Now, it's not gonna go in effect until the end of 26. They're gonna see where our numbers are. And you can make changes next year for 27. So it was just an estimate.
No.
So, I mean, if you guys want to change it, that's fine. It's totally up to you. But I think we should have the amounts in the minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, put it, okay.
yeah. Gary, this would help with the improvements that you've always been asking about when we support the
Yeah.
ballparks
Yeah.
and
Well, I
everything
tell you
else.
what, we have that people, I forget what. I forget what happened. Yeah, we went with dirt,
Yeah,
walkway.
yeah.
Uh, was the meeting, I told them I was blacktop at 5 feet, or 6 feet wide, all the way around. And they said, no, we don't want that. They kicked me out. So I'm not really in favor of anything.
Why did you do that? What was
I don't
their,
know.
why was their thought?
Then they went back and cemented it.
Well, it's asphalt again.
It's right. It's been,
No, it's
Yeah.
asphalt.
yeah,
No, that's.
that's not cemented. It's
Cement.
Yeah, they cemented right up there.
All the way around?
Yeah, it's nice, big pile of snow, and one of the people
Oh,
can
yeah.
walk in the
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah, they
It
do.
was asphalted.
I did too, I thought it was asphalt there.
Well,
Now I have to go walk.
No, I'm good.
I remember we used to walk all the time, get stones in our shoes. and my-
Oh, yeah, that's why I stopped walking.
So we need a motion
my word, I
to,
walk up there all,
Inside, or we be on the walkway all the time, on cement.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it is
So
asphalt.
we are going to need a motion here.
Pardon?
We're gonna need a motion here.
Or,
to accept what,
What
See,
numbers
we're
we got?
not
Oh,
yet.
for 27.
for the capital plan, but we haven't, these were just estimates. Actually, we have to wait till the next meeting. Well, no, because I'm gonna put it online, so I have to key it in.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, go ahead.
should,
So we need a motion to accept as written for 2027.
that should be done here, shouldn't it?
Should have been.
No,
new
that's,
business,
this
yeah.
is the capital improvement plan.
Yeah.
This is new.
Yeah, this, oh, well, it's up there. That's
Yeah.
when we're gonna have the dates.
Yeah.
So we're just saying, these are the numbers we have in right now
Yeah,
for those dates.
But we moved on beyond that.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
We can
So
go back.
there's a new business.
all right. Yeah, we'll just.
We can
put this
revisit
under
that.
New business, and,
I think it's wise that we had the discussion just now,
yeah, all right.
right?
So.
So at this point in time, we have for the structure fund, for the CIP, that rainy day, we are doing 25,500, and that will be for fire
Do you
equipment,
want these?
yeah. I think
All right.
we should-
Well, you've got a copy of this that you can use.
Or, yeah,
I
do you,
I
just put CIP plan,
Yeah,
estimate CIP plan, and then you can put the amounts. Because next, we're going to have to key it in and approve it, the next one.
Okay. So.
This was a tough one.
This is the fire. And,
Then you go to the second page, those are just what it figures out to once we take it away from that, figures out to that, and then this is your adjusted, which will
What-
change for the end of December.
no.
what do you
Yeah,
want
of course,
in
they
the
will.
minutes? Or do you want, there were anything about
They're gonna have-
25, or do you want all of this?
No, you just do like the 75. So pretty much this is what you need to have in,
They're gonna put it over.
go to this page right there,
All right,
this is what needs to be in there.
all right.
We wanted it.
I hate to look, see how we argue with this thing on the computer.
Then
All right.
I make a motion that
Okay.
we, go ahead with the 3 figures that we have for the Ledyard Parks, the Salem Cemetery, and Prairie Township Fire. For this, CIP,
Yes,
for the CIP adoption.
All right. Motion is made. Is there a second on the floor?
Gary,
I really looked at
it's
it.
on this back page, those 3
it looks like
figures.
this.
Those 3, yeah. It's very back.
Here, just give it that.
Yeah. uh-huh. And it's these three.
Yeah, because we're not adopting
Okay,
Just-
what would I say?
the estimates, so
Go
this
with estimated.
is a little plan, is CIP plan expenditures.
Funds. you have to look at all. Well, that's the discussion, that's gonna be evident.
Because we are going to, have our meeting the next meeting, yes, which is August the 26th on Tuesday, and then we'll go over adopting the CIP plan.
26, okay. Do we want the
We'll do the
cemetery?
resolution.
I made a motion, now I don't know.
To accept it.
Should we have had the Salem Cemetery in there? 'Cause
There's nothing that we have to do for it right now,
Yeah,
so only if we are gonna do something.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be incorporated. We don't have to spend this money to do it.
no,
Not yet.
This is what I'm saying. Oh, we're gonna, we don't have to do it.
Yes,
Well, we have to,
yes,
we have to spend it. So they're saying,
like that.
they don't know you. Problem.
well, that's why we're having a public
Yeah.
hearing and an adoption on it the next one.
What-
It's
how
on the
would you-
website.
Gary, in other words, how would the taxpayers like giving these dollars, just give them? We're gonna give them away.
Yeah, if we don't do it here, the
Is that
county,
right?
the county's gonna
They
take
can
it.
always put it out.
Yeah. Not be used here in the township.
First, they will.
Okay,
So, motion is made, Kenny, still?
Accept it. I'd be, a second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Let the record show that it was unanimous, 10-2. And if there is no other discussion, I would like to adjourn this meeting at 7:38. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Record show, we are adjourned.
Was that a motion?
No,
I didn't think it was either.
no,
I was just going to make sure, I didn't call for motion.
I don't.
I just said